Oh. Sliding's homophobic. Sliding's homophobic. Sliding's homophobic. A little better. What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? What's up? We gonna get this writing light. Hi, everybody. As usual, I never have this lighting right. Never. It's never gonna be right. Oh, the bad things of being so bright. Shenanigans, indeed. Shenanigans, indeed. I'm gonna try something one more time with the music. We got a lot to talk about today, kids. Let's try this now. Oh, somebody was on it. Alicia, what? I'm sorry. What was even said? I missed it completely. I low-key wanted to know. What happened, you guys? This is not cute. Oh, here we go. Yeah. There we go. Oh, already on the Trump train. Got it. Yay! There we go with the lighting. Fuck. I'm wearing a custom piece today. Good job, Alicia. You on it today, mama. Okay, so we got things to talk about, apparently. Some of y'all asked questions on Instagram. I'm ready to answer those questions. One thing has really hit the air right now in Hot Topics. A little bit of Drag Race talk, a little bit of a Divas roast, something of the sorts. So, let's get in. The fuckery of it all. The fuckery of it all. All right, so this is not a Donald Trump page to support Donald Trump or for anybody else to put their agendas in politics through, because this is not what Matty Rants channel is about. Hey, what's up? It's your boy Matty Rants, your best friend on the internet, all the way to the end, and I don't mean Chucky type of tease. Today we're doing an afternoon chats with Matty Rants, full of nothing but shenanigans, foolery, and fuckery, honey, of it all. I want to thank you for joining me here today on this good Sunday afternoon. I hope y'all had a great holiday weekend. For those of you going back to work tomorrow, for those of you who are still off, what happened? And after that, so do me a favor, if you could go see the link for the GoFundMe page. I am trying to leave this week, but I do need some more help in order to get to Los Angeles. I'm trying to leave literally this weekend or no later than the following weekend. The goal is to get there by December the 7th, and I need your help, so please post something to the GoFundMe page. The super chat's great, but I don't see that until way later the following month. So if you can go to that GoFundMe page and hit that link. Alicia, if you could post it for the rest of the kids, honey, send what you can. I am trying to get the hell out of Texas and on my way to Los Angeles, okay? Now, I have talked to Jamari before, and he sends all his love. We have been going over, Darnelli's in the room. Come on, other moderators, zoom, zoom. But me and Jamari before have been talking about the new Matt and Mar show. The Matt and Mar show will be completely new for the podcast, kids. So currently, me and him are juggling ideas at this time right now. We're gonna have a full hour-long segment each and every podcast where we're going to present you a lot of stuff, a lot of good fun, a lot of good giggles, and great conversation. So join us for that soon. We will have that information up very shortly within the following month or two. I would say by the end of January, y'all are going to have a Matt and Mar schedule for that ass. So I've been talking to him about that, trying to get him to be a little bit more focused on that shit. Because he's been getting acclimated in LA. I will be as well, but you know me, honey, this is the full time for me. So, where do we start? Where do you guys want to start today as far as the afternoon chat with Matty Rants? Because, you know, we got a lot to go over in terms of, I guess, not necessarily hot topics, because for me, nothing really hot happened until this whole Dwight Howard situation came about. And to be honest with you, that was just another class of finding out that Americans and people in general are very homophobic and transphobic. We can get to that in a second. Drag Race really didn't have any news. Apparently, Eureka and Mayhem are still feuding. I don't care. I don't care. Am I going to go on Google Podcasts? Jermaine, that is a likely possibility. I'm currently talking to Jamari about our options for podcasting. Right now, Apple, what is it called? I forget the whole name of it. I plan to work something out with, I'm trying to get it on as many platforms as possible so that you guys have more options to listen to it versus it just being like a, you know, a flat whatever. Are y'all wanting another live stream? Yes, come on, Maurice. But yeah, we can get on that too. Drag Race really didn't have any news. I know y'all love to talk about Drag Race, so we can go into different seasons. But there was a question that was asked of me on Instagram that was really, really good. I like the question so much, I think we'll start with that today. Yeah, I'll do SoundCloud. I know SoundCloud is good for free. They don't like to charge you a lot, so I'm here for that. Let me pull up my questions. Okay. We'll start with the question today. I want a pillow. I want something under my tush. I feel too short for this, and I don't want to bring the camera down anymore. Give me a second. Give me a second, y'all. Let me get something for my tush. Something for the tush. Something for the tush. Something for the tush. If this was an Alexander Rogers production, this would be a little shimmy. A little shimmy for the shim sham. Shimmy sham, shimmy sham. I almost missed that whole seat and I would have fell on this camera and y'all would have laughed at me. Okay. I have the setup a little different today. So this chair and the way I have my camera positioned is not working for me as far as how much I like. A little tushy shimmy. There we go. Oop, bitch, hold on. Look, listen. Y'all don't even know this is a real struggle right now, please. If you can only imagine below the chest how ridiculous I look right now while I'm trying not to fall off this chair. Okay. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. All right. We're on. Yay. Perfect. Okay. First question. Do you think Drag Race is more for profit? Not that one. That wasn't the one. That one I want to answer in a second because that's a good one. And Carlito32 answered that question. Hey, Carlito. Go check out his series, The Triangle. It's on YouTube. It's a great series. This one is from Duly Noted. Good friend of mine on YouTube, on Facebook and Instagram. Need to meet him in person. He's a super drag fan too. Carlos, thank you so much for that. Oh, there you go, Carlos. I'm just about to get to your question, and so glad you're in the room because I really want to dive into that one. And forgive the lighting. I'm giving you way light skin right now. It's just, I'm giving powder tease. Low key, not PG-13 because we know my movie be R-rated. But let's get to it. Duly Noted said if we were to eliminate the champion from each season, who would have snatched? Now that's a damn good question because let's think about all the winners from each season and then take them out and say they didn't win. Who would have won instead? I'll start with BB's Zahara Benet first for season 1. It would have been Nina Flowers, hands down. I don't see it for anybody else on that season but Nina. Now, had Chanel gotten over her attitude and all that extra stuff with the, I should be getting praised more foolishness, Yeah, Chanel would have been in the running, but she wasn't because Chanel was her own ultimate demise. Those are the only two I could see from season one, and that's just because of low-key, the Vaseline front. I'm with y'all on the Nina part. I'm with you. It's quite obvious that's the one we would go with. You go with Angina? Angina wasn't ready for the winner's cap, in my opinion, for that season because Angina was going through her own stuff. And I wouldn't have been here for a bald queen for the first season. I would have said, girl, well, I'm confused. Chanel was a discussion. Carlos, now we all know good and damn well that it would have been Shea Coulee hands down for season 9. And let's just take away the whole spinning wheel of death. It'd have been Shea Coulee by numbers alone. Let's get to season 2. Nina was bald as well, but Nina also did more with her head. Like there was more extra going on. It may have been some fucked up loaf, but it would have been an interesting looking loaf. But yeah, it wouldn't have been no angina. I couldn't see it. Not for her, not for them teeth, not for that season. But season 2, the spinning wheel of foolishness. I knew on that day a black woman wasn't gonna win. I knew that day nobody black was winning. Once that wheel was pulled out, I said, honey, it is not in her favor. Then we saw it was Whitney Houston, and we were like, oh, Shay's got it. But then Sasha decided to pull off her wig, and all of a sudden, basically, a bouquet of flowers fell out. This bitch is over here still doing spins in a kitty wig. And I was just like, the fuck is this? The fuck is this? And then we lost. So, there you go. Season 2, I would have honestly said Jujubee. I feel like, let's say, I want to say Raven, but I really want to say Jujubee because Raven and Jujubee were like in the running to be in the bottom the most times and still make it into the top 3. You didn't miss Matthew. You didn't miss much, Emily. We're talking about RuPaul's Drag Race right now before we get to other subjects. The question that was asked on Instagram was, if you were to eliminate the champion for each season, who would you have snatched? We all kind of agreed that Nina Flowers would take in season 1. Season 2 is a little bit differently. Hey, what's going on, Brian? Manila would have definitely taken... I agree with that one. Season 3 would have been Manila. The question, Brian, is if the winners didn't win, who else would have got the crown, in our opinions? Season 1, we said Nina. Season 2, I will go ahead and say Jujubee. Raven, nah. I mean, I liked Raven, but I really was rooting for Jujubee, to be honest with you. That was one of the ones. Season 3, it would have gone to Jermaine. You made me say Alexis like she was going to be a winner. No. It would have definitely gone to Manila. Definitely Manila. Alexis had a lot of good, screen grab moments that were great. A lot of good... memeable, gifable moments before those were even made. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of her shit was wasted. But, yeah, not for the winner. No. And not what she came out in for the winner. It was the umbrella shit with that pink dress. No, that wasn't a winner. No. Season 4. Now... y'all hear me when I do the Latrice conversation with you, because I'm not going to say that she didn't deserve to win. Because low-key, I would have been so hyped if Latrice Royale won because of the fact that everyone thought that Latrice would go home first at the beginning of season 4. Be real. If you didn't know Latrice and you saw that promo picture all over again and you saw everyone's pictures, you would have said Latrice was going home first because a lot of people did that. I remember when I was on logotv.com back in the day when I gave a fuck about, WWWs and shit. I found that they had a polling for who I guess everyone liked. Latrice was like in dead last out of everybody on the cast just based on the intros and the looks alone. And they were talking so much shit about her. Let's fast forward the clock. Who do you call mother? Who do you call mother? Latrice motherfucking Royale. That bitch warmed your hearts up, gave you like real tea, and y'all weren't ready for it. Y'all weren't ready for that realness. And that's what I loved about Latrice. She was so real and very honest about her experiences, let you know she went to jail. I've moved past it. You know, people try to continue to place that on her when she was on that season, even after that season. It's still something to where, I guess when you go to jail or something like that happens, somebody feels like they have something over you to only say, I'm better than you because I've never had to deal with anything like that. And that's ridiculous because you could still be a shitty ass person and never go to jail. Trust me, there are a lot of criminals right now walking around who need to go to jail, who are not in there because of the fact they're not getting caught, but they're still shitty ass people. So for me, Latrice was that realism that we needed from all of drag racedom. You know, it was this deep voiced, big, tall man gets in drag and gives you so much femininity. I had to take that from Alex. Femininity. That it was right. It just was right. So Latrice would have been my choice for season 4. Chad Michaels would have been a close second. Chad and Latrice, they were the ones who I was most, you know, like, and Willam too. Say if Willam didn't get disqualified, my top 3 would have been Willam, Latrice, and Chad Michaels. If Willam hadn't been eliminated, I guarantee you, Willam, Chad Michaels, and Latrice Royale. I know Sharon was the shit for a lot of y'all, but certain things happened that season that made me feel like if those things didn't take place, she wouldn't have been the top 3. But you know, that's how it goes, honey. Willam could have been top 3. But Willam was not about playing the rules, and we all know that. Oh, Fifi wouldn't have made it far because I feel like Fifi and Sharon's drama would have escalated so badly to where, let's say Willam was still in the competition, their fight would have better yet, Fifi or Sharon, one of them would have been eliminated that night had Willam not been disqualified. Think about that. Think about that, y'all. Had I keep saying Willam's name, but that's what I meant. Sorry. Had Willam not been disqualified, Fifi or Sharon would have gone home, and that'd have been a whole nother ball game. What's up, M-Town boy for you? Actually, can we all answer that question now? She got eliminated because she did something out of contract where she brought somebody in and slept with her boyfriend or something like that while she was supposed to be secluded. I forget the whole story. Who do you think would have stayed? Let's all do a raise of hands. Who would have stayed out of that lip sync, It's Raining Men, between Sharon Needles and Fifi O'Hara? I'm going to wait a little bit while y'all answer that question, then I'm going to give you my answer and for why I give my answer. Because I remember that lip sync vividly. I still watch it sometimes to this day because it is that good of a lip sync, but not for one of the queens. For only one of them, it was really great. The other one, it was like, now sis. Remember, Sharon was dressed as the devil and Fifi was an angel with a super jersey tan, okay? That's right, she did sleep with one of the producers. I mean, the producer knew what he was doing too. Okay, I'm gonna be quiet. Let's see here. Most of y'all are Sharon. Hold on, I need to pull up the chat on my thing here. I don't know why I didn't do that before. Let's see here. Neither. Yeah, Willam did sleep with a producer. I heard it was a boyfriend, then the story came out later it was a producer, and then it was just like, Sharon. I don't know. What is my hair going through now I'm looking at this video? Okay. Okay. Here is my answer for that. Trying to move my goddamn thick ass thighs in this seat. All right. Sharon won that hands down, and here's the reason why. First of all, First of all, Carlos, you ain't never lied. Clear favorite, because Sharon should have been the bottom so many times for some of the shittiest fucking looks. Stuff that wasn't finished, made, or done. Stuff that they get on girls for now. They say that that's not polished, that's not right. That they let Sharon walk through the whole competition for. And I really don't like that now that I look back at season 4 and I go, girl, they really let her get away with murder. And they called it revolutionary and new, and it really wasn't. A lot of the girls on Dragula right now been do what Sharon does. And I guess Sharon was breaking the mainstream mold, and that was a huge deal for people. But looking back on that season, it should have been between Chad and Latrice, hands down. It should have been Chad and Latrice. So here's my issue with that lip sync. Now, Fifi O'Hara of the O'Haras, or whatever you want to claim and all that type of stuff, performing diva and all that. I have seen I've seen Fifi perform on All Stars, and I've seen her perform on season 4, right? They both were crap. She gives me routine, girl. Like, everything I can do, I just do the same. I don't do nothing different, nothing new. That whole weave popping thing she did in All Stars was trash. I was like, girl, bye, stop. But when you get to the whole Sharon and Fifi moment, Sharon was focused on the lip sync. Sharon was focused on the lip sync. It is Raining Man, hallelujah. We can cut the fuck up. It's a gay song. I get it. But Sharon was more focused on doing this and presentation and get the vocals, get my mouth, do all this, all that type of stuff. Okay? Sharon was giving you the moment. Because let's be real, Martha Wash wouldn't have been out there cutting the fuck up like that. Let's be real. Let's be real. You'd have barely see her bend a knee, bitch. Let's be real. So emulating the song for fucking sure. Now here Fifi. And I get what Fifi was doing because I'm a dancer, okay? I'm very flexible. I can do a back handspring, back flip into a split. I can do round-offs, aerials, all of that. I'm a disco king when it comes to stuff like that, okay? But that was not appropriate. It was kind of fucking crazy. She was, God bless Mother Nature. It was like, what is happening? What's happened? Who is this bitch and where is she going here? I swear to God, like, I want to see I want to agree with Lloyd too. Lloyd, let me find your comment. Can't take it. I can't find Lloyd's comment. Damn. It was trash. Oh, and the wig coming off thing too, like illusion gone. Like, so you're doing so much that your bobby pins, the glue, and whatever else was holding your wig together is no longer available. No, she should have been eliminated. I don't care what Willam did. It was like that was her time to go. Sharon did a lot without doing nothing. Oh, Darnelli, that wasn't a death drop, that was a fall. That was not a death drop, that was a fall. She low-key fell. She low-key fell. Remember when we had this, thank you, Leisha. Sharon should have won that lip sync the moment Fifi did that half-hearted death drop. Yeah, but it was a fall. She fell. No death dropping there. That was a fall. That wasn't even a dip. She fell. Girl, like laid back. You know when it's that trust circle shit and they tell you to, all right, put your arms around and let them catch you. That was Fifi. She literally fell back and died. Like, it was like, oh, okay. No, you're supposed to death drop, not fall and die. It was terrible. And then she started kicking them little legs, and I was just like, whose child is this in the store who didn't get their toy today? It was terrible. And she was saved and then walked through the rest of the competition like her shit didn't stink. Oh my God. Monique's cartwheel was a homophobic moment for that ass. My feet is lagging and watching Maddie do all of that was fucking hilarious. Hey Hugo. Hey everybody who just joined me here. We're having a conversation about Drag Race right now. The question that was asked that we need to continue on with, but we got stuck talking about Sharon and Fifi, was if all the season's winners were not the winners, who would be the winner? So if Sharon, Tyra, Raja, Sharon, I'm trying to get these names out. Sharon, Jinkx, Bianca. Why is her name not coming? Violet, Bob, Sasha, and Aquaria did not win their seasons. We can also include Chad, Trixie, and Alaska. Who would be the winners? Season 4, a lot of us agreed on Latrice. Now, on to season 5. Y'all, I don't know how I feel about this one because I was rooting for Jinkx the entire season. I think I was the only person who was Team Jinxie. I was Team Jinkx from day one. I was here for a little narcoleptic Jewish redheaded boy from Seattle who talks in a little funny fashion like this. And very much of that day, I was here for her fuckery. I was here for it. I was here for the goopery. The stupidity of it. I was really here for it. And for her to do Edie Beale, y'all know that's my last name. It's not spelled the same, but I have I have an affection for Grey Gardens. The fact that she did Edie Beale, oh my goodness, like that is gold. It was gold. So that's a hard one for me. You want to sleep with Jinkx? All right, Jermaine. I heard she's available. Roxxxy Andrews. Roxxxy, I couldn't believe was in the top 3. Out of all the bitches, no, I'm not going to do that to Roxxxy, because Roxxxy, low-key, was slaying it with her looks during the season, but she was an asshole, and that's why she didn't win. I'd have gave it to Alaska. It also would have been a really cool moment for the boyfriends to be like, you know, one winner here for that season, the next winner was the following season. We wouldn't have had to deal with All Stars 2 being about Alaska getting a crown. Okay? But no, I wouldn't have given it to Roxxxy. Roxxxy did a good job, but I would have definitely gave it to Alaska. Roxxxy was an asshole that season, and it didn't make any sense. It was like, you look too good to be all acting like that. And I think it's because she allowed some of the other girls, or better yet, herself, to play herself into thinking that that is what TV wanted to see from her, being a mean girl. No one wanted to see her being a mean girl. Nobody wanted to see that. Let's see here. So season 6. I don't know if we can do season 6. I don't know if we can do. Because honestly, I can't think of anybody else besides Bianca Del Rio as the winner of season 6. Hey, curly girl, love your vids. I came late, but was said about 1 through 3. Oh, what was said? Oh, we're just going over who we thought would be the winners if the winners weren't chosen for those seasons. Season 1, we kind of agreed on Nina Flowers. Season 2, everyone was more so Jujubee. Season 3 was Manila. And some people were like Alexis. Oh, y'all are like Adore? 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 Wait. I can't wrap my head around that. Adore. Really? What? A moment of silence. Huh? Why not? Mark, do you need a Christmas list of explanations as to why? Or what? Because the fuck you mean? First of all, no. I'm a queen out on this one. No, ma'am. First of all, and I have to agree with motherfucking Laganja on this one. I'm going to agree with Laganja, and I don't ever agree with Laganja, okay? I don't do government cheese, bitches, but I'll give her this, okay? Half of her looks were all store-bought, and they weren't even fitting. They did not fit. She didn't learn about a corset till halfway through the fucking season. Kiss my ass for y'all thinking that she should be on the wet. What? Hey, Neff, how's it going? Back to this. What? How dare you? How dare you? She didn't even know about drag till she got there. She was literally a little Latin boy in dress. A little Latin boy in dress, honey. That literally was her. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Nope. And you know what, though? Before I just go in, because y'all were like, Matthew's a Adore hater. I don't hate Adore. I actually purchased some of her music. Okay? I did. I gave her some coots. I'm a fan of Adore. Not no winner of no drag race, though, but she's awesome. She's awesome. But she's not a winner of drag race. Top 3 was a stretch, bitch. Let's be real. Because low-key, Trinity K. Bonet should have been up in the top 4. Top 5, in my opinion, but I'm going to leave it there. Trinity has some shitty-ass moments, but that was, as far as looks go, presentation, and everything else on the presentation level, that was the one. But BenDeLaCreme, in my opinion, I'm with you guys on this one. I would have liked Ben to have won that season. Low-key. 2 Seattle queens, Jinkx back and forth like that. Courtney Act was pretty, but Courtney didn't really give me that much life, and Courtney Act can't sing. So that musical episode for me was really, really hard. It was really hard for me to deal with. That musical episode was a rough occasion. Adore was low-key off, like a whole bunch, and then was below register. Like, you know how you're supposed to be on one key, but you're on the one right underneath it? That was Adore the entire time she was singing. And Courtney Act is off-key every time she opens her mouth, but somehow, some kind of way, I'm praising her as a singer. I don't understand that at all. Like, how does that work? Where does that come from? Like, where does that take place? I don't understand that, like, at all. Okay, so one of my neighbors just pulled up here and they're blasting their music. I need to turn on mine real quick because that needs to overlap that shit. But yeah, so that's the only thing I hate about going on live is that if any music is heard in the background or anything that's not like that I own this shit. I can get in trouble for that, so catch it quickly. I hate people that pull up in their cars and just let their music play. It's like, ain't nobody want to hear that. The foolery, the fuckery of it all. She didn't like Courtney, her attitude. She was too big for Drag Race. Yeah, what is the issue with Courtney and RuPaul also? Like, what is that about? I'm like, okay, Courtney, I know you're on social issues and shit, and that's great, but... AHS Ghost, I see you. Give me a second. I'm trying to wait here. Because I want to talk, but I can't do it with that music in the background. Season 7 is a tricky one. Because that's like almost everybody. Okay, I'm going to be real with y'all. For season 7, for me... Season 7 for me, it's definitely, thank you. Season 7 for me is definitely anybody but Violet or Pearl. That's my season 7. Anybody but Violet or Pearl, low-key. Pearl shouldn't have been in the top 3, and Violet... I thought won based off of looks alone. Personality, it took a while to get used to her, but yeah, I'm here. Violet gave you looks, that's why I'm like, I get why she won, but I liked Kennedy, I liked Katya, I liked Ginger. I mean, I liked a lot of the season 7 girls, so it kind of was like, everybody who was in the top 3 just was like, ooh, I don't know. Hope Ginger wins, and then that didn't happen. Hold on, y'all. Okay. Thank you for your patience there. I apologize about that. I'm not a fan of inconsiderate neighbors. And they know when I'm recording, so that's why I'm like, wow, really, guys? Okay. Um, yeah, to season 7, anybody but Pearl. No, I'll keep Violet in there. Forget what I just said. Anybody but Pearl. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Anybody but Pearl. Violet Chachki won season 7. So, yeah. Hey, Lim. Oh, that Hello Kitty challenge was a fool, girl. That was a fool, honey. Um, but yeah, I would have been cool with Katya. Why not Pearl? Have you seen? Wait, Jermaine, do you know who I'm talking about? Jermaine, you know who I'm talking about, right? Like, are you asking me why not Pearl? Like, do you need me to pull up the videotapes? I wish I had a screen right here. Or if I was on live, I was able to do that. I need some more production people in my life. I need to have a whole screen grab of all the bullshit I had to witness through season 7 with this dry tone bitch. Like, she wasn't good. I'm sorry, Jermaine, in my opinion. And guess what? She's probably great for a lot of other people. And I can see why you like her or anybody else likes her. I totally get it. Me personally, fuck that shit. That bitch was boring as hell. You look good. That does not equate to you being amazing at all. You looking good. One more time. You looking good is not the equivalence of you being the best. It's not there. Okay? Hey, Isabel. I'm sorry, I just saw something that Alicia, check out Manny Cam Maddie. You can split up 4 different screens. I'm gonna try that. I like where Pearl is at now with her drag. I agree with you on that one. But if you're asking me about season 7 a few years ago and her being there, we haven't discussed the Dwight Howard thing yet. I'm gonna get to that in a second. We're on the drag right now. Yeah. Yeah. It definitely, anybody but Pearl. There's more I want to say, but I don't know Pearl like that, so I'm not going to speak on it. I don't know her, but I do. If you were to ask me if I could smell privilege off of somebody, that'd be the one. And is really good at like masking it as something completely different and totally reversing it on other people. I totally see that, and not a privilege in the sense of how she grew up. No, because Pearl did have a really rough time growing up. I'm aware of that. I'm talking about on other levels of privilege. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Once you find out who you are and where you're presented at, that kind of privilege. Oh, I am this, and that kind of privilege. So I'm not a fan of her. I'm not a fan. That's another thing too. Slept with a producer and then got mad about it and was like, all they wanted to do was fuck me on the set. Girl, that's why you got saved. Stop it. Like you got saved because you look good and you're mad at everybody because of that. Stop. Like, what do you think people in the industry do now? They take advantage of the situations they're given so they can make it to where they need to go, save up enough money, put out their own businesses where they're now the boss, and now they don't have to answer to nobody. Not everyone gets the moment to have the privilege to already be in something and be liked already just by that. Some of them have to work on that. Season 8, if it wasn't Bob, who would it have been? Season 8, if it wasn't Bob, who would you have chosen? If it wasn't Bob, who would it be? Would Thorgy Thor made it to top 3? No. I mean, would we still be really feeling it? Because low-key, Thorgy looks like she'd just pick a fight with anybody and it turned into like her being obsessed with that person for 5 years. Some of you were saying, well, Chi-Chi would have been top 3 for sure. Kimchi. Ooh, y'all are almost just fully in agreement with that one. So it's Kimchi. Some of y'all Acid Betty. I don't know about Acid Betty. Because the fact that Naomi Smalls took her out in a lip sync should tell you something. This should tell you something, girl. Because Naomi's not that great of a lip syncer, and let's be real about it. I want you to play back that whole lip sync of Naomi Smalls versus Acid Betty, and you tell me that Naomi Smalls was killing it. Girl wasn't even kicking her legs the right way. Hey, what's on Teflon Butterfly? So we'll just go ahead and say kimchi. Y'all, I want to get through these here because I got a couple other topics today. I like kimchi. You know, I thought it would be between kimchi or Bob. From the moment they walked in the room, I was like, it's either kimchi or it's Bob's race. Kimchi will get eliminated because she can't walk or, you know, speak, I guess. And Bob would get eliminated because Bob low-key was tacky half the time he was there. So, yeah. Right now we're talking about a question that was asked on Instagram about our winners, etc. There's also another question that was asked. I'm hoping Carlos is still in the room because that was one of his questions here and I wanted to answer it. It's a very important question. I think it's something that we need to talk about. But let's move on with this. Yay, Carlos, you're still here. Good. Okay. Where was I at? So we'll just go ahead and say kimchi, done. Season 9, Shea Coulee, finished. Hey, Daimir Wheeling. Season 9, Shea Coulee, done. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear about it. If there was no Wheel of Fortune fuckery, Shea Coulee, done. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear about it. I mean, I do want to hear about it. I'm sorry. I want to hear about it, you guys. I want to hear about it. But, yeah. No. Shea down. Yeah. The real Black China. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't see, like, out of that whole competition, can we just take a moment to be thankful for that construction worker giant coat that she wore with the cutoffs, with the yellow boots and the hard hat? Can we just take a moment? Can we please take a moment? It was so good. It was so good. It was so good. It was so, that's right. And a turban underneath the hat, bitch. Ah. Oh. The demise of Nina Benita Brown that season was over her allowing everybody else to fuck with her. That's all I'm going to say on that. That's all I'm going to say on that. It was getting formula. They definitely had it set up for certain things to take place. I'll agree with that. That leads us into our next question. Oh, I'm sorry, we're not done with the seasons. Season 10, had it not been Aquaria, I'd have gave it to Asia O'Hara. Had those butterfly situation not happen. Yeah, that is still my favorite look from Shea Coulee, was that construction worker look. That was fucking on the money. Yeah, if Asia O'Hara hadn't killed half of the butterfly population, then Asia would have won that. It would have been between Asia and Aquaria down. Asia of Aquaria. Oh my God. Asia Aquaria. My voice sounds terrible, but still hire me for any gigs and acting jobs. Bitch. Asia Aquaria. That's great. Why has no one said that? I said it first. Maybe I did. Or someone less clever than me, but probably has more followers than me, made it up. We'll see. Speaking of people who have been banned, no, I'm not going to talk about that. A particular spoiler show on YouTube and Instagram got their Instagram blocked, honey, but I ain't going to talk about them. But just so we all know, I told y'all it was going to happen. I didn't have to do shit. Okay. All Stars 1. Thank you, Carlos, for keeping me on track. You say Chanel. I disagree. I disagree. Girl, I actually will be honest with you and say that I honest to God, thought that they were going to give it to Raven. I really thought they were going to give it to Raven. I don't know what happened. If Latrilla was still in the competition, it would have been given to Latrice or Manila. I think the whole lip sync situation that happened between, Manila and Latrice with Yara, Sophie, and that whole situation, I was like, You're live when commenting the season 10 final lip sync. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, you need to when I do a live. I'm way more... I filter myself a little bit on here, but on Instagram, I don't give a fuck. So when I was doing the live for the lip sync for the season 10, I was reading the shit out of a whole lot of people. I gave Aquaria her coots though, because I was like, at least she's doing the Janet dance. But All Stars 1, bitch, I would say it would have been Raven. It would have been Raven. I'd have given it to Latrice or Manila, but I would have said Raven. Chanel Carlos for me. Chanel is so costume, and I live and I breathe for her in the whole, extravaganza type of bit I get from Chanel. Chanel gives me pageant, and she gives me ballroom tease. Like, if it was ballroom tease, I'm here for it, mama. Here for it. AAH Ghost, what? I mean, do y'all want me to start on that and just finish this up real quick so I can go in on that little note? But I am. I think Manila didn't sabotage her, but I do think that Manila knew goddamn well that a Janet Jackson song does not require her to make crazy faces and point in the sky. The fuck? Okay, All Stars 2, I would have given it to Katya or Detox. I'd have given it to Katya or Detox for All Stars 2. And for All Stars 3, I mean, do we even need to go here? Shangela, Laquifa, what? Watley, down. Shangela, Laquifa, Watley, for sure. By all means. Katya or Detox should have taken season 2. Oh, I'm sorry, Hunter, you're right. BenDeLaCreme. Cut, y'all. Cut. You know what? Fuck that. BenDeLaCreme. Had Ben stayed in the competition, Ben would have won the whole thing. Hands down. Would have won the entire thing. She was winning every week and just lip syncing against either Shangela or somebody else. Down. Ben down. I'm still upset about Ben. Because I like BenDeLaCreme a lot as a drag queen and as a character, and I like Ben outside of BenDeLaCreme too, you know what I'm saying? So for me, it was like, damn, why did you do that? I get her reasons, but then I'm like, $100,000. I'd have been okay with Ben or Shangela. BenDeLaCreme, or Shangela for sure. For sure. But either one of the two. But I didn't like it when Alaska won because it was just a setup. It was, as a matter of fact, the reason why I also say that too is because low-key, what's the word I'm looking for? Think about those lip syncs between her and Katya. Katya won at least one of those lip syncs. The two that she lost against Alaska, the Cherry Bomb one she should have won, in my opinion. Bitch, the Studio 54 one too. Yeah, that one too. Oh, freak out. Lay chic, lay freak. Either one of those Katya could have won. Like, I don't understand that. They should have gave her one of them. I don't understand that. She actually did really good. I'm so confused by that, but okay. Child, $75,000 ain't nothing to sneeze at either. Bitch, I'll take $1,000 check for an acting gig. What are you talking about? Money is money. Pay my bills. I want my phone to still be on. I like cable. Okay. So everybody wants to be messy, and I guess I'll be messy now. I never do this. I'm never the guy with the messy channel. But since we're going into hot topics, and I guess this is a hot topic even though it's not really anybody, it is something that we all have talked about, and I want to address it. Before I do that, I'm going to answer a question because I feel like I've kept this going on forever without me answering it. It's a really good question. But this is for and about Drag Race. And of course, the next person I'm going to talk about has been trying to seep their way into the industry of Drag Race. So I'm going to get into it. The question was asked by Carlito32. He's in the room now. Do you think Drag Race is more for profit or maintaining the integrity of drag culture? That is a loaded question because that's like a yes and no, no and yes kind of question. I'm going to say it again for those of you who didn't read it. Hugo's on the money, but I'm going to keep it there. Mel is too. Let's keep it rolling. Oh, I love how y'all are doing that. Do you think Drag Race is more for profit or for maintaining the drag culture? In the beginning, it was for the culture, but it was always looking for money. It got the coin now, so she's the profit queen. There are glimpses and there are moments on the show where the culture is represented to a certain extent. And when I say extent, I mean it like that with the T so hard, it could kill you. Extent. Okay? To a certain extent, it keeps those standards. It advises us of certain things. We get a reading challenge to give us Paris is Burning. We get a couple of moments here where the queens are sitting there talking and doing their makeup and they're having a conversation about history because we don't see Rue doing that often. We see that more so with challenges that are being made to where they'll say things like that. But it's really the queens who are in control of the conversation. So I want y'all to remind yourselves of that. It's the queens that are in control of the conversations. But the producers also think and say, or I'm sorry, the producers are the ones that also have to tell you what they find to be entertaining. Having a history lesson isn't always quite so epically entertaining as we would like for it to be. We as people are entertained by the foolishness, the fuckery, the shenanigans. The shit I put in my goddamn song. Drag is now becoming very mainstream. Drag culture is not mainstream. Therefore, Drag Race is more for profit than it is for the culture. The culture's there, but the show is for the profit. Carlos, did I answer your question? But y'all, you gotta understand, if it's not making money, you're not gonna see the show. Everything can't be fully authentic the way you want it to be, especially with reality television, because if shit's not interesting, you're not watching. Thanks, Carl. If it's not interesting, you're not watching it. Because let's bring up Housewives of Atlanta, for example. Honey, I really wasn't a fan of Kenya, always in some goddamn mess more, bitter queen I used to call her. She grew on me the last season she was on there. But she's not on the show anymore. Neither is Phaedra. Those two bitches, those two women brought a lot of drama, a lot of conversation, a lot of talk to that show. They're not on there anymore. Now, Nene is, of course, HBIC OG of the crew, but Greg is currently experiencing a life-threatening disease. So Nene's not here for fuckery. Portia's not that damn interesting. You go through the rest of the lineup and it's like, well, girl, we know y'all's story. It seemed to work better with other people. The show was losing ratings behind that. And now we're looking like, what is going to be entertaining? So what do producers do? Producers go out and they create drama. They then tell you, do this, do that, say this, say that, pop this, go there. Didn't you hear? Didn't you want to know? I heard, and that happens. Now, the thing about it is, don't hate me. I didn't like her at first. I like her now. I didn't like her at first. I like her now. Now, that was just an example of Housewives. I'm gonna bring it back to Drag Race. Drag Race is now on VH1. They're trying to appeal to a mass audience. I hate to say this. If you're straight in the room, don't get offended, but I'm going to talk about y'all for a second. Y'all love mess. Gays love it too, but y'all love... Straight people love mess because they want it to not have anything to do with them. Anything to not do with them and its mess is great entertainment because there's nothing... They would never come into that situation, scene, or scenario. Drag Race has mess loaded in that motherfucker. And they do it with the shady clips, the whole all that type of stuff. Okay? You do. Why else do y'all watch shitty shows like How to Get Away with Murder and I'm gonna name some other stuff too. But there are shitty shows out there now that are only on air because of the fact that the writers put bullshit in there for people to be like, ooh, oh my God, what? Wow, I can't believe. And then we all sit there and pretend like it's something new and revolutionary when it's really not. So Drag Race is on that formula of pulling in a multitude of people, not just the gays, not the trans community, not just the LGBTQA, whatever letter in the alphabet we can fit in there, and whatever color we can put on that flag. They want everybody to watch. So shit's gonna be created. They're gonna put people on that you're not wanting to see because you're like, they don't give drag, they just look like a real girl, or they just wanna be pretty. That's gonna bring people in. The weirdo is going to bring people in. They have to bring up a whole lot of. They got to bring out a whole list of fuckery. They can't just be all pageant queens and all this and that and the other. They think about the entire audience. So it becomes profit because they have to keep the lights on. Your home is your profit. If you live somewhere, are you doing that for free? Bitch, if you are, can I come stay? You pay for that. This is, where I'm at now, this is for profit. I have to have a profit to live here. I'm telling you. Let's see here. I hate to tell you that with Dragula, it's going to be soon to be on that same level. Because that show's picking up too. Once they start getting that money, you can only be authentic for so long until shit gets canceled. Straight people need some gay mess in their lives without being gay themselves. Are we about to talk about Dwight Howard? Are we going into that right? Are we going to start that conversation? Are we going to get to Jae Kyung getting his channel shut down? I'm sorry, blocked. For him spilling tea. Which one do you want me to start with first? The Dwight Howard being exposed by a trans woman, and now everyone is using homophobic slurs and transphobic slurs to, I guess, make fun of him and the person who exposed him? Or are we going to talk about Jae Kyung's I need to tell y'all everything that's happening on this show without backing it up factually or saying allegedly because it is spoiling something that has not aired? Okay. You want me to do Jae Kyung first? Okay. Okay. I will start this off with saying I don't hate on anyone's YouTube channel. Do what you do. I have my own. I want support just like everybody else wants support on their own YouTubes, okay? So support me, support them, support everybody. We need views. This is what people are trying to do for a job. This is what I'm doing for a living. There you go. All right? All right. I said all that. Now here I go. First and fucking foremost, I have told y'all bitches this from the beginning with. Those spoiler channels on YouTube are trash. Trash. And I'm sick of that shit because it really fucks over the entire premise of you being able to watch a show and feel like, you know what? This is new. Now what you did is you came onto the internet to find out everything you wanted to know about the show. So that way when you watch it, all you do is criticize it and be harsh and particular about everything. The reason why I say that is because, to be honest with you, I did that with season 9. Season 9, I got a lot of spoilers. I went into the season knowing shit from a particular drag queen who told me what time she was going to be eliminated if I'm going to go there. And everything else that came behind it. So I was bitter towards that season from that. Season 10, I got spoilers, but I actually stayed away from most of them. People would tell me the day of, but I would literally see a message come up and I would just go notifications off, silent. If you need spoilers so bad, why are you watching the show? Why are you watching a show? He's more than a spoiler channel. He became a spoiler channel. Let me explain how I am aware of who he is as far as the Drag Race community goes. Because, I'm one of the Drag Race reviewers. Let's just go ahead and say it now. I'm one of those guys, okay? There's a lot of us. Some of us get more views than others. I'm not putting myself into any category because I'm not movie bitches numbers, okay? I don't have their numbers. I'm up there. I do pretty good. I do very well, Okay? And I'm proud of it, and I'm enjoying it, and I'm enjoying more and more people coming to my channel to listen to me rant about every kind of bullshit I have. Now, that young man started off with nothing, okay? All right. There was nobody watching his shit. I'm just going to be real with you because I used to watch it when nobody was there. I don't watch it anymore because of what he did with the channel. I'm not going to get onto him on a personal level because I don't know that young man that way, and I'm not trying to start no YouTube beef, but I'm just being honest about my feelings about people who take spoiler shit and decide to make themselves famous off of that. That is trash. It's trash. Fucking trash. Here's the thing. And he goes on to every video and comments on every video that has to do with Drag Race. He's on all of them. So here's the thing. He started off with someone who just wanted to talk about the show, but nobody was watching him talk about the show. One more time. He started off with somebody who was talking about the show, but nobody watched the show. So it was just like this, how I do here, and other reviewers as well, where we sit down and we talk and do all that type of stuff. Nobody was watching. It then turned into, I got tea. It wasn't a tea show. It was, I got tea. And so it turned into that. I promise you, after that, y'all, it went boom. Spoilers. Every fucking day. New drama. It was like, what else in the news are you reading? Like, honey, no. There's a market for spoilers. I will agree with that. People do want to be, I guess, alerted of what's going on. It's better to be in the know sometimes than not in the know. And some people don't like surprises, so they want to hear what the show's going to be about. Others are feeling like, oh, well, if I know the spoilers now, I'm going to watch the show so I can see it all play out. I was that guy. I'm no longer that guy. Either way, what show wasn't nothing, then it started turning into spoiler stuff, and then that's when people came into the room. Now we can talk about Drag Race because I did the spoiler shit, got all y'all in here, and now we'll talk about it, but I'll still keep up the spoiler hat with this whole situation. My issue with this was, it was like, I wanted to say, because again, I'm one of these people who really wants to like reach out to a lot of these YouTubers, but I feel like they wouldn't receive me well if I spoke or said anything to them. But I wanted to be that big gay brother and be like, can I talk to you about your channel? And that it's cool, and I'm glad you have all these people now, but can we talk about you and these spoilers? Because you're going to get in trouble for that, and it's going to fuck you over, and then you're going to be put in a situation, like, yeah, it's like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Basically, I don't know who reported him on Instagram, but somebody reported him on Instagram. And by them reporting him, he now has his channel blocked. And Jermaine, that's the biggest issue for me. He might get sued, bitch. Like, sued, girl. And they can sue y'all for that. The people who release the spoilers and everything, you can get sued for that type of stuff. Because, like, you totally released information that was none of your business in the first place. A picture being taken without someone's consent can get you in court. Somebody filming you while you're fucking can get you in court. Depending on the state, the laws, and all that. Right. Right. Again, I don't know him either. And while I'm over here being like, girl, in this messy and tea, I also will be the same person to go, this is a fucked up situation. He can get in trouble for that, and I feel bad for him. But is it going to be a lesson that is learned from this situation? Or is he going to still be, I'm going to do tea and spoilers still? Or is he going to now take the viewers that he has and develop his show from there on out and go, you know what? Can't spoil it for you, but let's talk about the show. I don't do spoilers. I give y'all the tea. I tell y'all my perspective on things. That's how I roll. I'm the guy who you'd be sitting next to watching the show, agreeing with you or disagreeing and arguing with you about whatever it is. That's my personality. Y'all know me for the internet, okay? I don't hate the child. I just hated how his page was going, and I really didn't like the success coming from something like that. that specifically. It was like, but what is he doing besides just sharing information that was given by other people? Why is that something to be like acceptable for? It's weird. So yeah, so if y'all are wondering, for those of you who do pay attention to stuff like that or know of his page and you go to his Instagram, she's blocked. I'm sure she'll be making another one. But yeah. Yeah. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. I understand and respect what people do. I'm not a fan. Not a fan. But yeah, so y'all, hey, y'all got the subscribers up for him though. He's got them there, and that's a good look. So there's no hate I can give on that, honey. Do what you do, but the whole, so here are the rumors, this is what was said, stop. Just stop that. Be a spectator, don't be an instigator. If that even goes what the fuck I just said. Yes, well, true, you do also have to have something meaningful to keep the crowd going. That's true as well. Someone has leaked the Smash Brothers information for this whole Smash Brothers game that's coming out on the 7th. Do you think I went on there to try to find out what the spoilers were? Hell no. I want that game to be a surprise to me. Shit. Why would I want to be spoiled by that? They did that with Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, and bitch, everybody was evil. Because that game truly sucked. The game sucked. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite is probably the worst sequel to any fighting game I've ever played in my life. How do you go from UMVC 3 to that? I'm sorry, I'm having a gamer discussion now. I apologize. But yeah, that's what happened with the channel. That's what went down. If y'all want to help her, that's cool. I would like for him to do something different with his page and for him to be successful on that. And then I can be like, good for him. But if he continues to do spoilers and shit, I'm not for it. So, kiss on that. Now, and you know what, M-Town? Don't get me started, because that's half the reason why I purchased all the other Marvel vs. Capcom games, was because that there were X-Men in the game. Because X-Men is my favorite Marvel comic series. Rest in peace, Stan Lee. But yeah, God, X-Men is like truly my favorite. And I bet y'all can't even guess who my favorite X-Men character is, because nobody ever gets this right. I've said it on a live before, but yeah, it's not Storm. Storm is one of my favorites, period, for her just being Storm and one of the first black female representatives ever in a comic book series. You know what I'm saying? So my time in New Orleans has me saying, you know what I'm saying, a lot after the end of everything. I have to stop that. But no, it's not a female character either. It's a male character. And yeah. I don't like that Sansa is Jean Grey. I didn't like the last 2 X-Men movies. They were trash. I said a male, y'all. Not Quicksilver. No. I saw your last 2 live streams late and enjoyed your diva rant reads. Can you do one on Madonna? Space Pup, I think you hit me up also. Either it was on Instagram or if it was on YouTube too. But yeah, I'll talk about Madonna. I don't like her either. No, okay, well y'all got it wrong. I'm tired of all the ones you got wrong. You got it wrong. You got it wrong. Everyone's got it wrong. Darnelli finally said it. It's Nightcrawler. Nightcrawler is my favorite X-Men. I love Nightcrawler. He's amazing. I want to be Nightcrawler for Halloween. I need to make that happen this next Halloween. I'll be Nightcrawler. I am a Storm lover. I live and breathe for Storm, but Nightcrawler is my favorite because low-key, he was so like romantic and like a swashbuckler type of atmosphere with him in the X-Men series that I was like low-key attracted to that. So yeah, I'm a fan of Nightcrawler. Okay. Shade, Naries. Okay. So, well, yeah, he's, something about him is very romantic and sweet, and he also is religious, but he looks like the devil. Everything about him is almost an opposite of contrast to what you would think of him. He's definitely the guy who is, don't judge a book by its cover. So I like that about Kurt Wagner. Kurt Wagner, aka Nightcrawler. So yeah. Groot would be my favorite Guardian of the Galaxy. So yeah, but first, before we get into that, because we can do question time, but let me do this last hot topic for you, because I wanted to get this out off my chest. So recently, Dwight Howard was exposed for sleeping with a transgender woman, and the internet has been blowing up. Now, most of the responses to this situation are sad, disturbing, and horrific. Unfortunately, a trans person felt that they were in danger or that they were threatened. So they then decided to expose Dwight Howard, who is a professional basketball player. He's a professional basketball player in the States, and decided to expose him by releasing, documented voicemails and recorded conversations and all of that. Loving this channel even more and already. Yeah, I'm a huge gamer. I play Soul Calibur like every day. Soul Calibur 6 every day now. And I play Pokemon Go every day and a bunch of other games too. Let's see here. Now I'm going to speak on this subject because I want y'all to understand where I come from when it comes to trans women and issues with outing straight men, as well as those who feel they're in danger and what it means. If ever a trans person or someone who is of a, minority or any kind of anybody for that matter, ever feels like they're in danger, and by them exposing somebody, it's going to save them, I'm all for it. But if it's a planned thing to where you're just trying to get someone's money, or you're trying to get somebody's attention, you're trying to be famous, or you're just trying to take that situation and run with it, you're fucking shit up. And you are a trash person for that. You got into that relationship with that man knowing that he's not out and knowing what his life is about. Now, I'm never going to shame somebody for coming out of the closet or being who they are, because my entire life was spent that way, with people trying to shame me and get me to say I was gay just so they could label me and turn me into something that they wanted me to be. And I knew I was gay, but I would never say it to them. I never would say it. Because by me telling them that, it had given them clarity. Not for me, for them. They wanted to feel some kind of way, so they needed to know who the fuck I was, and it was none of their business. Her doing that, right, it's news. I'm low-key jealous. Like, bitch, you exposed him? I wouldn't have exposed Dwight Howard. We'd have kept that thing going on for a fucking minute. Oh my God, expose him? Are you crazy? Girl, never. Listen, first of all, it's Dwight Howard, okay? Y'all don't know who that is. I'm gonna tell y'all, I've watched basketball. So me knowing who that is and being a fan, there would be no way. Had I found out that this was, we was about to do stuff, it'd been like, Dear Diary, I'm not gonna write down what's about to happen, because if I do, I may get in trouble for this later, because I like to keep this thing going, whatever the case may be. So, I get it, but then I don't. Because it's like, if you're in danger, absolutely. Physically speaking, you feel something, you don't feel safe, I'm here for it. But if you're just exposing somebody for, money, or, it's insane. Y'all remember Pose, when, what's her name? Elektra got her penis taken off and went to a full transition, and the guy who she was sleeping with, who was her, papa, who had the money, had that money, didn't want to be with her no more. And she was left with nothing and had to get all the things for herself. Now, Elektra's a real bitch, because Elektra didn't expose that man for something like that happening, okay? Just let it go and move on, is what a lot of people say. But then when it comes to a point to where, say, you're in danger, you feel something like that, I'm all for you going, okay, I'm going to expose this motherfucker because it's the only way I'm going to be safe. It's the only way I'm going to be safe. But for fame and for that, trash. Yeah, it's not okay that he's being exposed this way because now he's being shamed. And it's also happening because the black community, I'm just gonna be rude with you, is very homophobic. Most other communities are, but for some reason, we and toxic masculinity go together like cake. So they are calling him all kinds of names. They are talking about her like she is dirt. And it now has turned into a situation where while she says she's exposed somebody, now for me, it's like you did something complete. Now you've just set yourself up to be completely tarred and feathered. And you didn't deserve that either. But will you be safe? What if that man said, fuck it, I have nothing to lose and tried to kill her? That's where listen, that's where I'm saying here, Mel. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that if at any point in time that mind goes to, I may be dead tomorrow, do what you gotta do. She says that she called the police on this whole situation. They contacted the police and they said there's no file, nothing on record of her ever even calling anybody. Okay? Who knows if they're trying to hide that shit or she just never called them and that was literally her making up a story. You see how that goes? We don't know what to believe now because we need full reports. I feel bad for her and then I don't feel bad for her because to me it doesn't seem like, you know, he was legitimately stressing to hurt her. I feel like she took that as a moment to go, you know what? I got your fucking ass. Here you go. True that too, RCA's podcast, true that. That's real too. Someone could be a crazy fan, and now that she's exposed him, is like, fuck you for ruining my favorite person's career. And they go off and try to get him. All I'm saying is, I'd have slept with him, continued sleeping with him, and never told a soul for the rest of my life. If he was ready to come out and be like, Matt, you know what? I can't do this no more. I can't hide no more. I'm ready to be free and I want to be with you. Sure. Better than that. Better than that. Let's say we were together and we broke up and he was DL. But then years later, he came out the closet and finally spoke his truth. I still wouldn't say anything. It's not my business. Why is that now everybody else's story? No, girl, I would not. I would not, okay? So that's just me. That's me personally. I'm not exposing shit. Because what if that's me? Let's say I get extra famous. Let's just say I get extra famous. Let's say I'm now dating somebody, but there's a lot of stuff I have in the background I don't want people to know about. And now because of a whole situation that went awry with this person, they decide, fuck Maddie, I'm going to just blow all his shit up. And I'm going to tell everybody all his business. That individual is trash. Keep that shit to yourself. Exposing somebody does nothing but show that you're messy, vindictive, and petty. Thank you, Vinyl Tag. I am very old school because I was also raised and taught better than that, because what I was told is that you don't put yourself in people's business unless you want to be in that business. By you then putting yourself in that business, it's now your business. By it being making your business, it's your trash. By it being your trash, you got to clean it up and you got to take it out. You don't want to be in nobody's business, don't put yourself in it. It's so simple. It makes no sense how people really honestly blame other people for everything else in life. You got me fucked up, girl. So you got in your car, you got up, you took your leg and you posted it up. You did all of that. You did all of that because he made you? No, sis. The moment you found out Dwight Howard was feeling the man pussy girl that you was getting together and changing up and putting it on right and making you feel like a real woman, Miss Thing, you was all aboard. You was all aboard, girl. But then this happened and now all of a sudden you're a fucking hero? No. Yeah, she recorded him. Those videos are on YouTube now. They're everywhere. Their videos are up of the recordings and everything. Ooh, Aaliyah, that's a good question. I want to talk about the DL men and the women bit, and as far as very good. I'm glad you asked that question. Yes, I will give you my gay response on that one because I do speak. I have a sister, so I'm gonna speak on behalf of my sister and how I feel about some shit like that. All right. So give me a second here. I actually could tell y'all something. I got offered. Oh, no. I'm gonna be quiet because I said I was supposed to be silent on something, but I was recently offered something from someone DL. I declined because of the fact that he said he had a girl, and I felt bad for the girl, so I was like, nah, it's cool. Had he been single, whole nother story. But him with another woman, it was like, I don't want to put myself in that position because that's fucked up for her to then have to go behind me or me behind her with this other person. And she doesn't have a choice in the matter because he's keeping it a secret. Nah, I'm not down with that shit. I am not down with that shit. Um, Yeah, it wasn't stressed who she was or whatever, but apparently they had been talking for longer than a day or so. So that's why the whole story is being like, oh, bitch, here it is. She's trying to be famous, but, he probably knew, okay, I'm going to be real with you. There are a lot of straight guys I know who actually don't proactively seek trans women, but will put it down as something, find out that the person's not fully trans, but are just a gay, effeminate boy or whatever, and still will be like, come over, come through. Sure. Jesus Christ. So they need to update these articles then. Seriously? Oh my God, that makes me even more angry. I apologize for the entire beginning of this statement. That makes me more angry. So you mean to tell me, yo, listen. Think of how many articles I literally just went through where it said trans. I cannot believe that shit. Wow. Wow. That is so fucked up. So who I need to write letters. Every person in every fucking thing. Oh, I'm mad now. They were calling her trans. That's so fucked up. That's so fucked up. See, this was my whole argument before with the drag race competition with putting in a trans and then gay and then getting the whole thing with having to explain it to people. This just, if it didn't prove that point. They saw a gay man who just had weave in his hair and assumed he was trans because it was more feminine. Wow. 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 I'm sorry. I'm trying to get it out. I'm trying to get it off. Thank you, little baby, for updating me during this live. I appreciate that because that was needed and necessary. The truth is always better than any kind of fiction, honey. Wow. That is so crap. Oh, I hate that. Hinky, you just said something. So much was said of y'all. Y'all be typing. I'm sorry. Let's see here. That is, oh, girl, Maddie, that really explains how you feel about people coming here with negativity. Say last night and this morning getting the tea on the Mason tea. Thank you for being in the room, baby. I appreciate it. He got Lance. Do we still say that? No, I never said that ever. Okay. I'm going to end that topic up and I'm going to wrap this up real quick in a nice little bow. Because I got 27 more minutes with y'all. I said till 2:30. So, everything still matters, unfortunately, to everyone, even though we like to say that why do people still care or why do they even give a fuck? I want people to not give a fuck so hard, but unfortunately, this is the time for people to give a damn. If we didn't give a fuck, then we'd allow people like Donald Trump to continue to destroy the American dream and tell us that they are trying to be an American and do all that type of stuff. Hey, sipping socialites. Because I started at 12:30. I low-key could end at 3. I could end at 3, but you know. Y'all have to do Q&A. If y'all want me to stay till 3, I need a lot of Q&A with y'all in the comment section. Not now. Let me get my statement out first. The world we live in is on a give a damn basis. If we really truly didn't give a damn, then everybody would be dead by now, in my honest opinion. All lives do matter. Black lives matter too. The reason why a lot of us even use Black Lives Matter is because Black people were not being given any kind of real... I get very emotional and upset when I talk about this because I feel like I shouldn't have to. But to see so many brothers and sisters dead in the street over nothing is a problem. Now, we can talk about excessive force. We can go into a lot of stuff like that. We can do all these things. We can do all of that. And it's true. Sometimes in situations, I agree that shit does matter. And yeah, they need to use excessive force. That man just killed 20 people. 10 people, 15 people. Go in, get him. But if you do that to the man named Jerome, do that to the boy named Billy. Okay? Don't confuse mental illness anymore with people of non-color, but then say the person who was of color had every intent of hurting somebody. Everybody's life does matter. It's just we use Black Lives Matter because they weren't trying to give us any coverage and they weren't trying to speak on real shit that was happening that people would see in the hood, in the street, out there on the block, in front of the club. Shit I would see that people think of my light-skinned privilege, I would have nothing of the sorts, but that's bullshit and a very ignorant statement to make of anybody, colorism. But I've seen shit. I've had someone shoot at me before. Yes. Just walking down the street, minding your business, and someone pulls up beside you, calls you the N-word, 20 minutes later, the police are pulling you over because you look funny. But not even just with Black people, let's get to women. Women. The Me Too movement. That was started by a Black woman. Did y'all know that? Women are completely mistreated in society. The misogynism, I don't like how that sounded, but I'm going to keep it. I wanted to say misogynistic, but misogynism seemed more profound for that statement. You know, it's real. Have you seen the videos of Matt Lauer talking to different women in entertainment? Have you seen like YouTube clips of like situations and places where there has been so much misogyny and all that just there? It's crazy. You all have to like really start looking at stuff and not just being present, but being like in the moment. I shouldn't have to explain it, Glenn Devo, because it's literally there. Another thing too, there was this whole article where this argument now that I'm seeing a lot with people is where they say, well, you know, more white people are incarcerated or shot or arrested by police than Black people. And I wanted to say, well, honey, the population of white people is at a higher amount, so obviously it's going to be a higher number. There's more white people in America than there are Black people. Duh. Put things together. Like, put things together. Pay attention is all I'm asking you. If it's the last thing I say before we have a more fun moment, before we go on to the next subject, just pay attention to what's going on in the world. Don't let, I'll be honest with you here, don't let the news fool you. They're not all fake news. Some of it's real. But I also agree, even to that sense, I'm going to be honest with you, some of it is fake. Some of those websites place articles with no truthfulness to you. No truthfulness to it, to where now you're confused and you're sitting there telling everybody this new information that has nothing to do with anything because it's not real. And now false information is being put out like it's actually true. And now we're believing it. These agendas that people want to say that everybody's on, pay attention to what specifically is on the agenda before you say it's an actual agenda to take care or to destroy something. A lot of times, it's not really anything but something that could be truly helpful. But it could be detrimental to those who are already taking a lot from those with very little. Right, M-Town. It's truth. It's not. I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm on my woke shit, but I'm aware. I never am gonna pretend to walk around and say I know all because we all don't know shit. Let's be real about that. Nobody is really woke, in my honest opinion, unless you have the money to be in a position to know what's really going on. A lot of you just hear things, read things, and see things, and you assume things out of those things that you see. But bitch, it needs to be factual information, okay? So I just want us to be a little bit more aware of what's going on in the world. We see articles like this happening with the Dwight Howard being exposed, and you see how people ran amok with that, and it turned into this whole homophobic, barrage and parade of things to take place here. We can't be that anymore. I can't assume that when somebody who is white walks in behind me, that they're gonna assume that I'm gonna steal from them. Unfortunately, I've had some woman clutch her purse recently. And I thought to myself, how weird is that? Because I've never happened, that doesn't happen to me because I am very pale, let's just be real. Very light skinned. So I'm normally being asked, which one of your parents is white? None of them. And they're always shocked to hear that. And I'm like, none of my grandparents either. What? And they freak out. But that seems to be so interesting to them. But other times, people can see I am clearly of another race. And I am mistreated sometimes. Not as much as my dark brothers and sisters with more melanin. I also want to say, too, to my black people as well, please do not call wolf. Do not cry wolf to racism. Not every white person is out to get you. I'm going to say that right now. Not every white person's out to get you. I hate that. It's like they weren't even trying to do nothing. They were just following rules or policy or whatever the case may be. There was a video of I guess they went in somewhere and they were asking for free shit. And the lady was like, I can't give it to you. And they called racism on the woman. And she was like, I can't give you free stuff because you're black. Like, what the hell? Everybody's not out to get you. A lot of people are, but not everybody is. Tamar Braxton has left the chat. Girl, it's the truth. Not every single one of them. Casey, I know where you're coming from on this too, because honestly, there have been so many moments in life, girl. I'm sure we all could sit down and go, you want to have you want to talk about it too? Let's pull out a list. There's ooh. Ooh. But yeah, we just got to be better people. In general, out of everything that's been said, I could talk about rumors, discussions, and any of that. Let's just be better people. I'll shade you, bitch. I'll read the dirt off of your scalp. But I hope you do well. I hope your life gets better. And I hope everything works out for you still. I'm not going to wish death upon you. I had asked myself, Matthew, do you really hate anybody right now? Is there anyone that you just truly despise? A couple people who I can't stand for life. But I don't hope or wish anything on them. I'm sure they do for me. And if they do, that energy is being wasted and should be used on themselves. Stop racism. Stop homophobia. Stop misogyny. Just be fucking cool people. That way we can read each other and no one will get offended. Can you imagine if we all could just read each other on the daily and nobody would get offended? Everyone just live in their truth and no one got offended? That'd be amazing. I'd walk on the street, girl, your shoes are shitty. And he'd go, your hair is fucked. Nice to see you too, and just walk past. And no one got offended. Crazy, right? I love that. That'd be fun. Walking down the street, scalps a mess, edges don't look all right. Oh no! Bitch got clothes that do not fit, one left titty on right. Oh no, yes! I mean, that would be the best because I'd be making up songs everywhere I go. I'm scared to travel overseas too in certain areas because I don't know how people are going to treat me. Because when they see me, they're probably going to think, now what the fuck is that? what is that? Like, you know, something of that nature. But yeah, as a mulatto with black mother and white father, I see how bad blacks are treated. Hell, 90% of my dad's family doesn't like me and my siblings. See, that's crazy. And see, Derry, a lot of people assume that I am like you. I have like a white parent or a grandparent, and I don't. So then they assume things of me, both from the black community and the white community, that I should be falling on. And I'm like, honey, my birth certificate literally says African American. Like, it didn't say anything. It didn't say mix or other, anything like that. It literally says that. I've done my 21andMe. I'm good. I know who I am. I've lived in that moment. I'm not Rachel, okay? I'm not putting in some set in my hair, okay, and pretending to be. No, it's like not even. But, yeah, I always thought to myself, how would people treat me or look at me, or would they think that I'm from there? Like, when I went to New York, everyone thought I was Puerto Rican. Everybody thought I was some Puerto Rican or some sort of Spanish descent. And it was cool, to be honest with you, because people were treating me differently. And I thought that was interesting. Yes, Cameroon, you remember, that was in my 23andMe. But then I thought to myself, well, what if I was darker? Would they treat me as well? Would they fetishize me because they see I have dark skin and they think I have a big dick? Like, where could we go with this? I don't want to have to think that when I go somewhere. And it's also good of us to say, well, you know what? We don't have to think that. I'm just going to walk out the door and I'm just going to be. That can happen a lot of times. Other days, you will question yourself. When you do that, just remind yourself that you are who you are. Don't let anybody else get into your mind. Fuck with your feelings on whatever else may be. And just do you. If all else fails, do you. Do you. Just blend in, Maddie, child. Emily, I know I've had the homophobic parent bit. Trust and believe. Something happened during Thanksgiving that was low-key homophobic. I don't want to discuss it right now. I'm not ready to have that conversation, but I did meet a little tension on my Thanksgiving day with my family. So it was a little bit difficult. And I hope everyone else's Thanksgiving was good too. For those of you who don't celebrate, I know why, and I understand why. And yeah, I go for the food, girl. I'm not here to celebrate Native Americans being slaughtered on their land. No. I only celebrate Thanksgiving to see family and to eat. Mostly to eat. But I don't celebrate Thanksgiving for the slaughter of a whole, you know, a whole race and culture of people. No. Maddie, is it homophobic to not want your kids to be gay so you can have biological grandbabies? You can still have grandbabies if they're gay. Why do you need... Hold on, I'm sorry. I'm not from USA, so I don't celebrate. It's okay. I mean, Thanksgiving's a weird holiday when you really think about it. It's like you killed a lot of people that day. You took their food. You gave them blankets. And now we're happy? We're celebrating that? I only do it for the food and to say hi to people. I don't think of it any other way. I think that day is still kind of crazy. Let me see here. What was it? It's not, okay, it's low-key selfish for you to, okay, hold on. Every parent wants something for their child. One more time. Every parent wants something for their child. Whether it's to be straight, gay, you have an idea of how you want your child to grow and be, right? Okay. So you feeling that way is selfish, but I understand that because as a person who's had a conversation with both of his parents while they were still alive, to understand it's what they assume and think is best for you to have the best life. Because we all know being gay is not easy, honey. It's not. Being a bottom is not easy. Okay? And if it is, you must have a hole. A crazy hole. Oh, someone needs Jamar. I'm sorry. Here we go. Give Irving his time here. I'm sorry I'm not enough for you, Irving. I apologize. Well, if you wait till Drag Race starts, you will see that we actually have another show coming up here. But yeah, sorry that Jamar's not here. You guess you can come back 2 weeks from now. I apologize. It's like in the middle of me saying something really nice. I miss Jamar. I need Jamar. Ooh, we nasty. Oh my God. Okay, so let me see here. Yeah, so yeah, the whole homophobic thing, y'all, just stop all that. So, okay, so let's get off of that. This is the Q&A time. Everybody, what's the Q&A? Anything you want to ask or go through the comment section? I'm reading the comments now, so just let me know. I did take that. I took that a little. That kind of hurt my feelings a little bit. It did. It did. I just need Jamar. It's like, okay, sorry he's not here. Bye. Have a great day. Hopefully I can make someone else feel better. Simon, no. Maddie, I'm 17. I fully know I'm gay, but I don't know how to exactly say it to my mom and grandmother. I feel like my mom knows, but my grandma is always teasing about me having a girlfriend and wife. There is no real way to say it. You just gotta let it be your own thing. I've learned that. There's no real way to come out. Do what's comfortable for you. I don't show my subscriber count because I feel like the day I do that, Aaliyah, is the moment that someone starts comparing me and then starts to say that I'm not a successful show or my shit's not good or this is bad because I don't have as many subscribers as this guy. Like that's a huge reason why I do it, because the moment you do that, that's when all those channels get up there and they go, well, let's pull up all the analytics and where they're failing. And why give that power to anybody? Why not just come to the channel and just see what's going on? If I need to post my subscribers to be successful, that's really interesting. What do you think of Valentina playing Angel in Rent Live? Congratulations. Congratulations to her. Oh, okay. M'Baku or T'Challa? M'Baku, girl. M'Baku down, bitch. M'Baku. Woo! M'Baku, baby. M'Baku. Captain America or Steve Rogers? Captain. Scarlet Witch or Vision? Vision. The Lion King trailer looked amazing. Oh, I started crying because it just brought all the nostalgic feels. I feel like my phone, oh, hold on. This is about to die. Give me a second, y'all. I have the feeling it's about to die. Give me a second. Did it die? We still good? Okay, we still good. Okay. Let's see here. Taki or Ivy? Taki. Talkie down. I was always with the ninja chick. I mean, don't get it twisted. That whip sword is everything. But I'm with Talkie. Bitch can move. Do you want Storm in Black Panther 2? Yes, and if they did put Storm in there, it needs to be somebody who... I don't know who I would cast, honestly. Sanaa Lathan with a little darker tan. No, Captain America... Hold on now. Steve Rogers before Captain America was a little wimp. Captain America had it going on. I'm with Captain. I want a man in uniform. Iman is too old for Storm, and I'm not shading her, but she is low-key too old for Storm. I mean, think about that. Why would Iman play Storm to be the love interest of T'Challa, who was supposed to be like in his late 20s, early 30s? No. I mean, forgive me, am I wrong here? Was Storm like, how old was Storm when they got together? I'm confused with that one. Angela Bassett should have been casted as Storm back in the beginning. Like, her beauty does not, her face, nothing changes. I want to know what she's doing and if she's low-key Marie Laveau and she's like sacrificing babies. Because I mean, Miss Thing. That, she doesn't age. Angela Bassett and aging? Girl, those don't go together. Oh my God. Okay. Sorry, I had to get the extension cord here. I watch pro wrestling for one reason, and it's not for the wrestling. Yeah. If I'm watching pro wrestling, it is not for the wrestling. It's definitely not for the wrestling. I'm ready for the new Hellboy film. I'm actually excited for who they have chosen to be the actor. He's the guy from Stranger Things. He's the police officer who has like some sort of low-key sexual tension with Winona Ryder's character. Isn't that crazy? Angela didn't want to do it. Did you watch American Gladiators growing up? Absolutely. I was in a relationship with half the cast. I was in a relationship with half the cast. Oh my God. Oh my God. I wanted to be like, oh, y'all don't even know. I knew I was gay, honey. Shit. I was always like, woo, Destro, huh? Would you have auditioned for what? American Gladiators? I would just be getting flinged around, huh? Did you? Oh, I watched Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I watched Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Everything. What episode do you think Valentina is going to lose in All Stars 4? I'm guessing the 6th episode, but she'll remember the words this time, shade. I know what episode it is, so I'm not even going to tell you what it is. I know what it is. It'll be appropriate. It'll be appropriate. Actually, there's 3 things going around now. So before I even say that allegedly part, no, see, now you're trying to get me to do spoilers. I've heard 3 different things. 2 more credible than the other one. I have heard highs and I've heard lows. And we'll leave it there. There we go. Okay. That's the best way I can answer that. I've heard highs and I've heard lows. So we'll see. Have and have nots. Did Benny die or will Candace end up with the president? Okay. Do you want me to talk about the have and have nots? Because I will read that show for the shittiest acting ever. 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 Ever, ever, ever. Ever. Space Pup, I do regret it sometimes because it's a lot more fun to be waiting for the next episode than you being told what's going to happen and being like, oh my God. At the same time, though, sometimes, like for RuPaul, I need it because I need to know what's going to happen prior to it. So my opinion can be, it can have a little bit more perspective versus just, I saw it and this is how I felt emotionally versus me knowing it and seeing it happen then going, oh, I get it now. Now I see why the elimination made more sense. So that part. Do you think the kids these days are getting the crappy remakes of what we grew up on? Yes, yes, and yes. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. All these remakes are trash. Only a couple of them have stood the test of time. I'll say the It remake was one of those good examples of a great remake to a movie, even though they made the black character some crazy, like, hog killing type of motherfucker, which in the book he was the nerd, which I didn't understand why they didn't do him justice that way, but I'll let that go. I'm excited about Steven Universe as well. I watched Buffy the Vampire Slayer a lot. That was my go-to show when it was on UPN. A lot of you who are young don't even know what UPN is, okay? UPN was that damn network. That was the Parkers. It played all the black shows that you couldn't see nowhere else. Moesha, the Parkers. That was Tuesday nights, huh? Was that Tuesday or Thursdays? We're the Parkers. Ooh, that's KU. See, they see the reruns now on cable. But that was half and half. Holy shit. Such a great show. Half and Half was a great show. That was one of my favorite ones too. Was it Dee Dee's mama? Was it Dee Dee or the other one? The bougie mother who lived at the hotel. Oh, she was my favorite character. Loved her. Dee mama. Yeah, there we go. But I don't watch the new Charmed. I don't watch Space Pup. Thank you for the reminder. I almost forgot about Madge. And thank you for the donation, Space Pup, $5 donation. You all remember you can super chat me or donate to the GoFundMe page. Appreciate it. Thank you for getting me back on track there. I almost forgot about Madonna because I was low-key about to end this video without Madonna read. And now I'm going to get Madonna. Let me see here. Okay. Now, y'all know what the last two lives I did a low-key diva roast. One that just happened out of nowhere by accident. Hey, Lenny. I really didn't want to get into a roast. It just kind of happened because someone brought up a diva and I was like, well, bitch, fuck her. And then it just went from there. The next time C. Diggy was here, Chris from Pop Roast, the show with Alexander Rogers, go subscribe, and the rest of them. But there were certain divas I didn't get to, and some of y'all asked me to. Now, Space Pup here has hit me up on both YouTube and Instagram about Madonna. Oh, y'all made a bitch feel real ugly when Chris came here. I was like, I don't get this much love. No, I'm just kidding. Madonna. There's so much I could say about her. Oh, I know. Apparently, y'all like Jamar more and Chris more than me. But no, Madonna. Madonna is the example. And thank you for putting that Alex's page on there, Alicia. That's cool. Madonna's the example of I'm white and I can get away with anything. So I can get closer to y'all. Madge is the example of being white and getting away with everything. Always cultural appropriation with that one. Never dresses her age. Oh, no. Oh, okay. Yeah, now hold on now. Now, that tour was life. That Blonde Ambition tour. Now, I'll tell you this, Neff. I'll be real with you before I continue reading that old fart. Let me tell you something. And for those of you who are older, that's not for y'all. That's for Madonna. Because for me, Madonna should have sat down a long time ago. And I get it. I'm still living my life. I'm for it. But for her specifically, I've seen her inside and out. Not by promises or wishes or wants. I need a break. Get behind the scenes. Donate to charities. Something. But stop going out there and dressing like you are Nicki Minaj. It's not fucking cute. Oh my God. Can I be the homie that people want to have sex with? Just like, I'm not playing. I'm so serious. So yeah, the blonde ambition tour was everything. But Madonna now is garbage. Everything about her is trash. She's the piece of just boob. Boob. Hey, save the video, make a GIF out of it, and send it to me. We'll make it go viral. I don't know. It's so hard for me, Push Pop, because I could talk a lot about her. I could just start to read. But I feel like someone has to be in charge of the crypts, because low-key Madonna is the crypt keeper from Tales from the Crypt. So if we're gonna get another sequel, call her for that role. I don't like somebody like her who uses black culture the way she does, Indian culture the way she does, Spanish culture the way she does, and there's never a point of actually feeling like she really gets it. It's always this, I saw it was cool on them, I'm gonna wear it now because I'm down and I'm Madonna. It's like, I'm Madonna. So because I'm Madonna, I can borrow from gay culture, black culture, all cultures in general, and then it just be like, you can't say anything because I'm Madonna. It's like, no, you look trash. You look a fool. Remember that one time she was on the red carpet and she had her thong showing? And I was thinking to myself, her daughter and her sons were with her. And I was like, Jesus Christ. You don't care, do you? That's not cute. I'm more upset at her than I can read Madonna. I'm more upset because to me, think about Aretha Franklin. Think about all the legends and the divas, okay? Just think Celine Dion. Throw them in there. Think of all the divas. Think of all of them. What is she doing, Madonna? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? The rest of the girls know what lanes they're in, and they've been driving fairly safe. If this is a reinvention thing for her, I don't know what to tell you. Girl, no one's talking about Miley Cyrus because everyone knows Hannah Montana is better than Miley Cyrus, okay? I fuck with Hannah, I don't fuck with Miley. Miley is cultural appropriation at its finest. Then she turned around and said, I'm not gonna do all that because, I wasn't trying to smoke weed and all that type of shit. I was like, girl, you was a fool and a liar. You weren't doing anything, you weren't selling anything. And so you went back to the pit-pat route. And now you found yourself still not selling or doing anything because low-key, when is the last time you heard about Miley Cyrus? Help me, please, help me God. When is the last time you heard about her? Malibu? Bitch, how long ago that came out? And do you still care about that song? You know what? If she's embracing herself, I'm here for it. I need her not to embrace herself in public with me anymore. I'm tired of that. Low-key, though, that whole album where she was just, when did Beyonce use African culture? When did that happen? The album that Wrecking Ball came out on, I actually was okay with that. Like, low-key, it was her trying to be hard and hip-hop or whatever, but it honestly was my favorite album from Miley Cyrus. After that, I haven't really seen nothing from her. Don't want to see nothing from her. Her sister, Noah, I think is her name. I don't know who she was dating, whatever that little boy's name was. He looked like he had so many problems, so many problems, so many problems. A mirror was one of those problems. But I guess they broke up or something. I remember reading something about it and I was like, girl, Miley has a sister? What are your thoughts on En Vogue? That bitch so hip bafoofing. What are your thoughts on En Vogue? I know they fell off a while back, but they are my favorite group and still making new music. Was En Vogue Free Your Mind and the rest will follow? Was that En Vogue? That has to be it, right? En Vogue wasn't my favorite of the girl groups back then. I was more so into... En Vogue is great, though. I can't speak on En Vogue like you may want me to do. I was more of an SWV fan. Yeah, I was a huge SWV fan. Escape even a little bit. Escape a little bit, yeah. But In Vogue was more so, they had a couple songs I was like lived and breathed for, but no. Fundrew, don't do that. I have their songs on my playlist. I'm an In Vogue fan, but I'm not like, I was more SWV. I was way more SWV. Yeah. Besides that, SWV was more my time than In Vogue was. In Vogue was like a little bit before me. Like both my brothers could be like, yeah, In Vogue, but I would be more SWV for me personally. And SWV has my favorite song, so yes. Rain down on me, let your love just fall like raindrops. Rain on me, yes. And I'm 32, so I'm a little behind, Woo, SWV, bitch. Woo. That song, oh, that's like my favorite. Oh, love it. I could hear it every day, just for namesake, like in the bar, wherever. Journey sometimes the rain. I have a question. I live with a friend that soon got an anniversary of a dead family member and several friends in the same period. How could I behave to help him since we share a life? That's a good question because, well, the anniversary of one of my parents' deaths came up recently, and my friends didn't really know how to handle it specifically because I didn't tell them what they should do or give them ideas of what they can do. All they did do was ask if I'm okay, try to get me out the house and do stuff like that, and that was fun. What you can do as a roommate or a friend to that person is you could just listen to them if they have anything they want to say, give them their space, give them their space. One more time. Let them breathe. Let them feel themselves. Let them understand the situation they're in. Let them cry. Let them relish in that moment. But be an ear and be someone supportive. And also, offering to take someone out or go somewhere too. We may not want to go, but you asking me also is helpful too. I'll say no, but in the back of my mind, I'll be like, that was very nice of him to think of me. That's what you can do as a friend. Let's see here. Shades kid. It was low-key that and another metaphor for other stuff. So yeah. Oh my God. Oh, I'm so mad. Hold on. Y'all tried Black. I booed like on 808's life. Girl, I like Black too, but I don't really care for her on this show. On the Housewives of Atlanta. Her and whatever the fuck his name is from Bill Bev DeVoe or whatever child. He is, no. I'm not, no. No. Free your mind. Yeah, free your mind's the Bob. Maddie, which Justice, where are my words? Which Justice League member was your fave of the group? Martian Manhunter. Yeah, Martian Manhunter was my favorite. Never gonna get it, never gonna get it. Ah, that was about to. Woo, 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 woo. When Raven and Nicole Page Brooks stomped all the mayonnaise out of that song, I was like, oh, God. Do you like Muddy Buddy? What the hell is that? Candy is still mad at Portia for basically insinuating something that she's done before, but not necessarily drugged them, but done consensually. So after all this time, why can't you let that go, Can? That's why I don't watch the show anymore either. To answer, someone asked me why I didn't do Real Housewives of Atlanta. The show fucking sucks. It really does right now. It's not interesting. I'm more excited for the OC reunion tonight than I am for Housewives of Atlanta. So I can hear Kelly talk with that upward inflection outside of a question mark at the end of everything. Yeah. I'm over her. She don't need to be on the show no more, girl, if that's the case. Like, Portia ain't going nowhere. She's good TV for her being so stupid. So what are we going to do? What are we going to do? How do I get back to being a good girl after leaving my hoe phase? Delete social media. I don't even know how to answer that one. That's more so, that's all mentally with you, mama. Like, you have to mentally put yourself into a state to where you're not trying to fuck everybody or everything or even mess with a certain particular group of people at the same time like that. You just have to mentally put yourself into that state, become unavailable, and make you the only available person. Girl, what is that noise? Hold on. Okay. Yeah, you got to put yourself in that kind of position. Like, I'll be real with you. It wasn't a smoke alarm. It was somebody showing someone a apartment. There's no way out. Being a hoe is like fun, Drew. Shut up. Hell, I'm trying to get back into my whole beat. Let me tell you something. Okay, first of all, let me be quiet. I mean, there always gonna be a new hoe. Yeah, Aaliyah, I would start with that. Just change up whatever you were doing before, change it up. Whatever you were doing that you were comfortable with, change it up. Do something different. And if you're craving the D, find some, automatic D to work with. A little rabbit or something to play with the poom poom, something like that. But yeah. I wouldn't even say sometimes I wouldn't even use the word hoe anymore with people. I would use sexually liberated versus hoe. Because hoe to me is someone who's going out there fucking any and everybody, no matter if they got a man, kids, whatnot, don't even care. That's a hoe and a slut to me. But I say sexually liberated. I am SL, honey, sexually liberated, because I enjoy having sex or something like that. And I am what's the word? I enjoy having it. I play protectively. There we go. And etc. Stuff like that. Now, me personally, I'm not speaking on my hat. I'm not speaking on my behalf. I'm speaking for you. Okay. Me personally, I'm looking for a relationship. If I do meet people along the way, that's fine too. But the end all goal for me is to be in a relationship, because I want a house. I want a fence. I like a gated community. I like 2 kids. If we can't have kids, a whole bunch of dogs, something. But I'm at the point in my life where I would like to build something with somebody. I don't have the finances, in my opinion, to do that. So I'm not trying to place myself into a position like of being, I want to be in a relationship with you, but I don't have enough money to say date you. Does that make sense? Because there are a lot of people who want to be in a relationship, but they can't bring anything to the table besides themselves. And while that's cool, that's great and all, what if at one point in time I may want a gift, or at least the thought of it that counts? And you think about the stuff that you'd want or the stuff that you need, and it's like, could that person help me or do all that? And it's weird. It's weird. So you start to think to yourself, can you be with someone who can take the majority of that, I guess, of that issue and put it on themselves? Or do we need to do that 50-50? Or is it okay if one person's doing it and the other person's not? And on a physical and emotional level, that's all they need. It's a lot. It's a lot. But for me, I'm reading these comments. Well, what's a lot of people? Because then you now have to start saying, well, what's a lot of people to some people? Because some people don't think their number is a lot. And other people think their number is extremely, crazy to have. So that's where we get into that whole being a hoe and the sexually liberated part for me, and there being a difference. Because, like I was saying, and you may be agreeing with me on this, being a hoe is more so sleeping with any and everybody. Sexually liberated is where you enjoy being sexual and you may have your set group of people, but you choose them. 5 is no, it's not. It's not. Girl, 5 people. Woo! When I was younger, I would have said that that is a high number. She's not even close to low. And if you've only slept with one person in your life, whoo, you're a prime real estate. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Raven, it's funny you say that because Jamar84, the person that guy missed so much, he was doing that, and we were gonna do a couple videos on TikTok, but I didn't know if it's something, you know, we were still going over what we wanted to do. It was definitely gonna be RuPaul Drag Race related. I don't really know that much about TikTok. I don't understand it. I just know it's an app that people use to do like video editing stuff with and then post random videos for whoever they feel would like the video. But I don't know any more about it other than that. Yeah, not other than that. It started when my ex left me. He was the only person I had ever been with in my life, and I was hurt. Oh, see, I know how that feels. Hold on. First of all, okay. I need to address one of y'all bitches. Let's see here. Let me find this name. I'm like so mad I clicked that. I don't use that term. Seppi Vans, and I feel it's the way I should say it, but we'll just say that. Seppi Vans. I know you weren't saying that. I just kind of like took that statement and reiterated it to a way to where if anybody took it that way, they shouldn't feel that way. But I know what you mean by a hoe and sexually liberated. Trust and believe. So I'm a male. I'm 32. How many sex partners have you had since age 18? Let me think about this. Hold on. I'll try to answer this as truthfully as I can, and don't judge me for me having to think. It hasn't been as many as I'm thinking. It's definitely less than it's less than my age. I'll say that. It's less than my age. It's not one less. It's not one less, but hold on. Let me see here. Let's say this number I think is correct. Because there were years I went without even having sex. What? 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 I don't agree with that. All right. We're going to talk about this test. They have to be lying. People have to be lying. No. The number I put in, y'all, wasn't even like crazy. It wasn't crazy. I won't tell you the number I put in. It was under 32, I'll tell you that. But it wasn't a high number. And that's why I was like, what the fuck? So it says, based on the number I gave, the link has been put in the chat, y'all. So if you scroll through, look for the name here. I'm sorry, Sweet Pea. I hate mispronouncing people's name. Seppi Van's post. He just posted the link if y'all want to take the test and see where you stack. But basically, it says I've done the deed with more people than 86% of my peers between the ages of 30 and 34. And I know that is bullshit. The number I put in wasn't even that high. That's why I was like, whoa. Who made this up from what Christian organization trying to fuck with people's feelings? Because there ain't no way. 86. I was like, that's impossible. I know people who have been like, and I mean a lot of people. I know a lot of people like, is this for, wait, who is this for? Straights or gay? I'm confused. And I'm a man too, so I don't understand why I was rated so high in that. I'm so confused. Let me do this again. I'm gonna, you know what? Let me change that number by 1 digit and see what happens. I'm gonna play with this for a little bit and figure out what the fuck is going on here because I'm not feeling that result. That was stupid. Okay, see, you're like, I'm 28. A lot of people I slept with, and a lot of people slept with more 15 to 40 people. Are you saying that you're 28 and that you slept with 15 to 40, or that you're 28 and you know people who slept with 15 to 40 people? Um, Low key, Mel, low key, low key, low key. And I was like, what? I was like, bitch, what are you talking about? I also think I didn't even put like a correct number in. Oh, see, no, the test is bullshit. Test is bullshit, sir. The test is bullshit because I just did it and I put another number in less than the number that it gave me, and the numbers went like completely opposite in the universe. I then did it again with another number, dropped it one more down, it went back up high again. So no, it's not a real test. Low key. Low key. You got 96? See, come on now. We know better. Like we know better. This is not a real someone made this up based off their sexual history, which is probably none. Okay, I think it's good to end the live here because low key I just took like a hoe test on a live and it gave me hoe back, even though I'm not a hoe. But now I'm feeling hoish because it told me that number and I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Bitch, if I'm a hoe, I should already be on TV by now. That part. The following day, Matthew's on television. Yeah, I need to go for realsies. But yo, this was low-key 2 hour. Okay, 6 minutes RCA's podcast. Bitch, you were like, Matthew, you're ending this at 3. Even numbers, even numbers. Bye, Darnelly. Thank you for being a great moderator as usual. And my friend over the internet from across the pond. Thank you for posting that GoFundMe link. Don't forget to donate, you guys. Don't forget to donate. My words are now being jumbled up. I've spoken for too long. This is what happens. Okay, we did talk about a lot of stuff today. We got through a whole lot of RuPaul Drag Race conversation. We answered some questions then and there around the world and back again. We did some Q&A with some viewers. We also talked about some drama, some hot topics, a little bit of a diva roast. Not even really a roast, more of a mild simmer because she's low-key already, burnt. So yeah, it's been a good one. Love you, Maddie. It was great to catch up last hour. Thanks for coming in, Fun Drew. A mild simmer. Or if Alex would say, a light shimmer. A light shimmer. What else is happening in the world? If I was on Instagram Live, I'd be playing music for like at least 20 seconds cut and then wait and then play another 20 seconds. Yeah, I know I'm not a hoe because I have my reasons for knowing why I'm not a hoe. Because, yeah. Hey, what's going on, Robbie? We're about to, you just missed the chat, brother. You just missed the chat. So we're about to end this in the next couple minutes. I apologize. Great, Aaliyah. I'm glad you enjoyed it. We do this almost every other day. So today being Sunday, y'all will probably catch me Tuesday doing another live. Probably Monday for that matter as well. So this is this is part of the new format, the new program that I'll do lives all the time. So that way you have more time to talk to me and we can go over a lot of other stuff. I used to do it on Instagram a lot, but Instagram hasn't really been doing what I like for them to do. So YouTube is where it's at. Have your own talk show already, Maddie. Shit, you bitch. Soon, Mark the Card Fighter. It's coming. Everything in due time. Everything's in due time. I can't stress about it. I can't worry about other people getting things before me or having this, that, and the other because everyone has their time and their moment, and mine will be soon. Whenever it is to be, I will just continue doing what I do and trying to be better than I am the previous day. and see what happens. That's all I can do. And if people don't like me, that's fine. I get it. I'll try my best to get them to like me. I'm sorry I wasn't Jamar for some of you today, or Chris, or whatever the case may be. I'm only Maddie. I think I'm cute as a button. I have a good ass body, and I enjoy myself. So if you don't care for it, there's other channels you can go to, and that's understandable too. But why come here and spew something and then just leave it like that? It doesn't do anything for anybody but just make you look like an asshole. So, yep. Oh, thanks, guys. No, it's okay. I like stuff like that. When that was done, I know why it was being done, and it was to be malicious and nasty. And there was no kind of nice thing for the whole Jamar comment that was made. I know why they did it. I actually know whose profile that was, to be funny. So it was a little like, oh, he wanted to come here and be nasty. That fucking sucks. Because, bitch, you act like, why would I want Jamar to be sitting here next to me doing this in the first place? But it is what it is. People want to bring other people down, and you just have to just look at them and go, damn, you're a negative person. Oh, well. That would probably, I'm going to be in LA soon, and for DragCon, I told Jamar we need to get a booth this year and do something since we're reviewers and stuff like that. So, yes, order food, enjoy your food. Please enjoy your food. I know I need to get my food game on as well, because, bitch, I'm hungry. Oh, no, it was masked, Alicia, so you wouldn't have caught it because it was made to be like, not, it was very passive. It was very light. It was very, because they only came in here and spoke 3 times. Never once enjoyed the conversation or spoke on anything else. They just came in to say, oh, Jamar's not here. I miss Jamar. I need Jamar. Y'all have a great relationship together, and then walked out the room. So it was a troll, and they were trolling, and that was for that specific reason. Like, if they love Jamar, why are you not on Jamar's YouTube channel supporting his page? Because Jamar does stuff all the time. Are y'all supporting Jamar? Support him. Yeah, that's a troll. It's a troll. They're used to the show. Here's the thing, Alicia. They didn't like me, but they liked Jamar. So they watched the show because Jamar was on the show. There are people who do that with shows where you don't like the co-host, but you watch for one person, right? So he's one of those people who basically, if Jamar wasn't in it, he wasn't going to be there. That's fine, and I respect that too. At the same time, you don't go to other people's pages and then down the other person for the co-host not being there. I'll give you an example. Fashion photo review. Y'all get sick when certain people show up. And I was clowning those 2 castmates that were put on there as well. But I didn't leave comments and messages on their pages telling them how much they wish somebody else was there or how they wish another person was there, etc., etc. Be better, y'all. We got to be kinder than that, especially those who I feel are in the gay community too. If we promote peace and happiness and us being a group that accepts everybody, be that then. Don't be in the group and then not be in the group. All right, y'all, I got to go because I want to wash out that bad taste out of my mouth and enjoy the day that I have and the blessings that I have and enjoy the time I had with y'all here versus taking anything negative in. But it does explain a lot, and yes, I do. I don't tolerate fuckery or foolishness or shenanigans in any level or manner. And so that person, they'll already be blocked. Don't worry about it. But I'll talk to y'all later, kids. Hugs and kisses. All my best love and wishes to you. It's your boy, Matty Rants. I shall talk to y'all later. Bye.